serial killers, gamers, collecting scenes. There is no similarity between us and the gamers. Did you know? A group of ferrets is called a business. A group of gorillas is called a band. A group of Slexists is called gamers. Epic, but we are actually recess. Founding fathers, you freed the what? Our founding fathers wouldn't recognize the America we live in today. They would be horrified, and rightfully so. Mr. War Thunder, would you like the MiG-29 flight manual? I will mess you up. These aren't the forms. You hold no power here. Flight manual MiG-29. Not a comment but still silly. What is the most duckable pasta? I ducked 6 different pastas to find out. Hello internet. Welcome to Food Theory. Historical footage of the last T-Rex serving his country in World War I. But isn't that a Jeep? And the T-Rex is holding M2, which wasn't used until 1933. So I think this footage is actually of World War II. Just embrace it, dudes. Typing P into all of our browsers pulls up Pornhub as a suggestion, because we all have nuts. Until it says www.pornhub.com/midgethorse-creampy. Page not found, you ducking ace hole. Though I was in for a treat. Girlfriend, I can't. I'm on my period. My nut. This way. Maybe because I'm in my mid-30s. A girl on the rack doesn't scare me. It means 2 things. 1. About to be a lot more sloppy and slippery. 2. I get to pretend that I'm murdering this chick with my nut. Ruin a video game by adding moist in the title. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Moist Awakening. You can make yourself invisible during sex. I know this would cause right to search, but that's the point. Duck, you mean that's the point. Did you know? Metro train passing through bulks of apartments in China. You're not special. In America we have planes passing through buildings. Okay, that said, I'm beginning to wonder if there is an agenda or it's just a coincidence. Why is every red hair character in Disney and other media being turned bulk? What is that about? They wanted to cast gingers, but the guy in charge was dyslexic. When the war is over, we'll get married, and the earth will grow flowers like you, and your womb will carry the most beautiful girl in the universe. A letter found in the pocket of one of the dead soldiers, 1939. Weird way to say mar or dog you when I get home. Parents who have checked their child's internet history. What is the weirdest or most ducked up thing you found on it? Not me, but my boss told me a story of his 8-year-old son's YouTube history. Apparently he would take the iPad and just watch videos of Asian children crying for hours on end. You never know, he might grow up to be the next Steve Jobs. Savage. LMRO. Title this book, Women's Rights. Redneck sayings are so unhinged. Yesterday my coworker said with my luck it could be raining tights, and I'd still look up and catch a nut with a straight face, and just kept working. Didn't even realize I was speechless. An older white lady I worked with said louder than skeletons ducking on a tin roof once, and that sheer poetry has stuck with me for years. Sticking out your giant for the Rizzler. You're so skibidi. You're so phantom tax. I'd like to leech my seed into her. I thought this was a prayer emoji. I feel lied to. High five. So basically you'll be high-fiving when somebody ice. Taylor Swift fans are on another level. Be honest, you redditors would act the same if it were for example Hotler on that stage and not Taylor Swift. Damn the dumb shut. I've read today seems to top each other. Hotler if he graduated art school. Bella Ramsey attends the BAFTA tea party. Adolf Twinkler. Dude, I was spanking it to this while eating Cheetos, and I got Cheeto dust in my nut hole, which wouldn't be a problem, except they were flamin' heat Cheetos, so now my nut hole is inflamed, and I ain't crammed yet, and don't know if I can now. I probably should go to the doctor, but I'ma just keep eating Cheetos and spunking. Ain't easy being cheesy. Much love. Big ups. Peace in the Middle East. I mean, if it can be milked, milk is milk. If it can be milked, you can milk a human. It's quite easy really. Get some fertile women. Impregnate them. Stop here. Just stop. For sanity's sake. Now, let him cook. I once thought that if you send a flat earther to space to show him the earth is round, he would finally believe. I now know they would claim that the windows were monitors and that they still wouldn't believe it. They would probably open the airlocks to prove it is a lie, and while they slowly die, they would be thinking the whole time that they were being killed for knowing the truth. I'm quite okay with that. One stroke technique. My dad had a one stroke technique, but he didn't survive it. I love zoophilia, or whatever this movie is called. Bro also love that, when you're so down the rabbit hole. Search, Mac 10 is a beast in Warzone. Master has given Dobby a PS5. What in the sweet home? My auntie, you don't have a girlfriend yet. Me, no. Auntie, my cousin. Took me a while to realize why our relatives would never bother me and my cousin at Christmas dinners. We are both single and spend most of our days with each other till we were 19. Didn't realize how many eyebrows we were raising. To be fair, we did like the same movies, video games, books, music, humor and sex positions, so is it really that odd that we enjoyed spending time with each other? My girlfriend works in a sushi restaurant. She's pretty. Take a ducking shower. I'm in the shower, and now out of anger I'll not. I'm now unwashing my balls. To the Bible, Utah, man is struck by lightning while masturbating to Bible. He was just thinking, if Adam and Eve just had 2 kids, how did they reproduce? Jacking off right now. Bro, this emoji, it gets like a whole ace new dark meaning when you consider that the hand might not be his but someone who is behind him covering his mouth and jacking him off. Snacking Hulk's clock. Which item is best to eat? Fork, spoon, chopsticks, hand. Hands are the only edible item on the list. During a nuclear explosion, there is a certain distance of the radius where all the frozen supermarket pizzas are cooked to perfection. There's also a distance where the people are perfectly cooked, the flavor zone. How I reply to all the people who complain about my body size. I'm just out here trying to live my best life. She's a 10 tons. Bro eats a doctor a day to keep the apples away. Roses are red, guns can cause harm. Don't worry, I will be your right arm. Wait, but what if he needs to jack off? Yeah, that's why she signed on. Senko jacking the cano is the most cursed thing I have ever heard. All because I tuck away the tube of chapstick she was playing with. Now why would you do that? Her look is justified. She likes to swallow things. What is a quote that has always stuck with you? Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't go to for advice. Wise words, Scabby Tampon. Sick teacher finished his students' grades in hospital before tragically passing away the next day. They did so poorly it killed him. Surgeons in India removed over 600 iron nails from a man's stomach this week after a CT scan revealed the mass of metal in the 48-year-old's abdomen. They could have removed the nails really quickly if they had done an MRI. Have I ever told you the story of Daft Diabetes the Wide? Nothing worse than seeing Nigerians happy. Brother, you're Congolese, you need permission from Belgium to be happy. Erdogan's daughter with the big yikes. Bulk in color, right in heart. Hagrid's human father explaining how it worked between him and his giantess wife. Hagrid's mom probably had a super easy birth. Like giving birth to a jelly bean, lol. If you're playing against a woman, use rock. My uncle did that. Now he's spending 40 years to life behind bars. If we could only figure out what happens after Delt. What's taking so long? Can we get the Mythbusters on it? Grant's working on it. If you gave infinite monkeys infinite typewriters, they will write will Luigi hint. This is a pretty good way not to get pulled over for being bulk. Wouldn't cops see a bulk guy driving it and unironically think he had stolen it and think the car belongs to a right guy? Open and shut Case Johnson. Let's sprinkle some crack on him and get out of here. Jerry ain't been this mad since bulk people started voting. Jerry Jones is visibly past after the Cowboys loss. Bye bye Mike McCarthy. Him being shirtless adds flavor. That's why I shudneek. I shudnik because of lent act of defection produces a large amount of perspiration and I don't want to get my shirt wet. Also having pants around my ankles doesn't allow me to stretch my legs out as I scream in pain and grab the walls next to me. So I make sure to kick the pants over by the door for easy access when I've gathered up the courage to finally face my family again. I want this girl to squidnap me, keep me in her basement for a decade and only feed me catty juice and raw ramen. Yeah, me too Robin. Me too. What the duck is actually that? Instead of divorce, wife selling was common. In 1844, the last wife sale in Britain occurred in Horsham for 30 shillings. I have so many questions. Is there a try before you buy option? Is there a 12-month warranty? Can you do a part X or swap? Can you get a full refund within 14 days? Are there ever buy one get one free offers? Do you deliver? Is there a holiday rental option? Is there a January sale? In 2010, officials in Tokyo went to congratulate the oldest man in the city, Sojun Kato, on his 111th birthday, but instead found his skeletal remains on his bed. He'd been dead for 30 years, but his family had kept it secret to continue collecting his pension money. Good for them. I hope my daughter's smart enough to do that. Definitely would make a movie with her, if you know what I mean. That would be called a YouTube short. I told my husband and he instantly said, 9 months later, is it a baby or is it a cake? Anyways, congrats on the pregnancy. Cuts into it. Oh crap, that's not the cake. One hand all I need for you. Bring it on. One hand is all I need for you. Me to my pence. If Adam and Eva were Chinese, they would cook the snake instead of eating the fruit. They'd throw the apple in the wok chopped up with the snake and oyster sauce. God would be confused. What is heavier, a kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of steel? The feathers. Steel is just steel, but with a kilogram of feathers you also have to carry the weight of what you did to those poor birds. You're the only one who ducked their corpses, bro. Don't project on others. Oh, that's bullshit, we all know they were alive when it began. So-called free thinkers, when a homeless man deserves a raise. This is so funny. Thank you, engineer from Team Defend Fortress 2. Soon you will swell with my children. Then you fart too. Remember the first episode of Ben 10 where Grandpa Max says sometimes the best way to put out a fire is to start a new one. Eat some beans and heat blast the shut out of that mother duckaroo. You're onto something here. Could even push buttholes together and pass the gas between each other. I call it Nord Streaming. How do I need something? She's so pretty. You very pretty as well. Like I'd leave my wifey for you. Just to snack your pinky toe. I don't know how to take skirt pics lol. You're one of them underaged girls I would go to jail for. She's going to be real embarrassed when she realizes her shorts are unbuttoned. Where you think she's storing the frogs? Okay, that said, I'm beginning to wonder if there is an agenda or it's just a coincidence. Why is every red hair character in Disney and other media being turned bulk? What is that about? They wanted to cast gingers, but the guy in charge was dyslexic. By a brother. I'm pretty sure Lincoln made changes that make that illegal now. Humans are like bananas. They taste better without the seam. I can fit 4 in my ace. What happened to saying I like this song? I'd be surprised if Drake isn't on Epstein's list the way he write this instrumental. This is clearly a sin. Things you can say in both math class, bed. This made more sense when my sister was showing me. Water polo. Treading water for more than 30 minutes is no easy task, not to mention keeping the horse under control. It usually stops struggling after a minute or so. Can't believe they're giving the beach waivers away pretty much free right now. Can I stick it up my ace? Not gonna lie, I rubbed one out to S1 Starlight back in the day. What she is now honestly would make me go soft. She looks scary. You couldn't pay me enough money to say this on Reddit. Have we really grown so soft that saying you jack off to an attractive woman warrants this response? I rubbed one out to see Delta Rune and the scientist rat from Animal Crossing like 20 minutes ago. Laziest man on Pan. I was about to see this video, but when I saw the most laziest man in Pan working in it, I have no interest in it anymore. The man is so lazy that in every video you see him in he's always laying on his back or sitting in the chair, never want to put no effort into it. He says he was a plumber back in the days. I think he should go back to being a plumber. The man snacks. He's the most laziest man in the Pan industry, and for being a plumber he doesn't know how to lay the pipe down. Source for those interested. Damn, I want those minutes back. Some of the worst UK schools part 27. I feel very offended my perfect little baby boy Charlie goes to one of those schools. I don't think all of you little kids should even be on this. I'm gonna touch Charlie. Is someone sleeping beside you tonight? Yes, my sleep paralysis demon. Babe, let's do it on the webs. I'm feeling like a freaky spider tonight. I can feel the spiders shooting webs all over the place. They are trying to break me. Thrown inside a cell without light. Cockroaches, lice, and bedbugs are my only friends at night. When the guards bring me to and from the courtroom, I stay absolutely respectful. They try to pour hatred into my heart. Every time the snig tweet, it's like he gearing up to write the next book of the Bible. My parents treated me this way and I came out just fine. They did what to you? They salted him before boiling. Torbjorn has 7 daughters. Engineer. I'ma do what's called a pro gamer move. One for every day of the week. No. Yes. Do you keep syrup in the fridge or at room temp? And why? Room temp, same as the blood of my enemies. A cool guide to genocide. So that's why I can't seem to do it. I can do it better now, thanks. What a cool animatio. I sure hope the comments are normal. They're already horrible. Now animate her erasing her name from the Epstein client list. Where extra lingers, so photo or video incidents will be inadmissible as it will appear to be AI generated. Doesn't work on bulk criminals. What album name would you use to describe your sex life? Cannibal Corpse, Texture. Bro, you're an animator. Just make it yourself. If you're that down bad Jesus LMRO, you can really bust a nut to your own creation. Like art and kids and food. What was the one after art? How do I get my dog to stop eating peep? Eat it before he has a chance to. If you could remove one feature from vanilla Minecraft, what would it be? Oh hey Nicholas. The new dog armor. I want to kill dogs faster. How do you roll 3 gutter balls, bro? My wife taking down the baby room after she had a miscarriage. She needs to get a life rather than take one next time. Do you think they explore each other's bodies? It's the remote. I wish I had a cousin. My honey ace could not live near my cousins. Good thing I'm not in the same country as any of them, or there's bound to be a bunch of ducked up kids. From starlight to stoplight, real ducking quick. This is Erin Moriarty from The Boys. She is already very pretty. What's a common rule that you break regularly because you fundamentally disagree with it? My buddies and I cross streams when we pee together. We consider this definitive proof that the Eggen-Spengler theorem is flawed. One caveat to our field work is this usually occurs after a brobate, so latent semen in the urine might compromise legitimacy of results, yet be peer reviewed. Field work available on OnlyFans. Do I wanna know what a brobate is? Oh, you know. How do you know it tastes bad? If you've never tried it, motherfuckers, when I ask them how shut tastes. If I tell you the real taste of shut, it's a bit sweeter. I don't know what's worse, the fact that you know what it tastes like, or the fact that I know you're right about what it tastes like. Developer of a not safe for work game announces it has sold over 1 million copies on Steam. This kind of games with my VR headset while sniffing my sister's panties equals win. You are a sick man and a hero. This is a pitbull equivalent of watching your food heat up in the microwave through the window. Doggo finding out he's going to have a sibling. I'm giving a free Mr. Beast basketball to everyone who signs up for Surfshark VPN in the next 14 days. Browse the internet safely and get access to more content from all over the world. It's affordable and thank you for giving your fans blue balls. This man deserves all respect in the world. Biologist here, that would happen. What about when the immortal is floating in the void of space after the sun has destroyed the earth? Would bacteria still be evolving? Or would the radiation from everything kill it? I have no idea, I'm not a biologist. Hey, wait a minute. Don't even look at him in Matrix mode. Bro charges you with almost the same money you're carrying in the moment. And all for what? Right tier accessories. Real. Bro, I gave this man $50 and bro gave me a white chip. Screw that guy. Oh, you were lucky. He asked me to have sex with him. I'm underage. What game show best describes your sex life? Family Feud. What biological fact about the other sex did you not know until quite recently? I didn't know that the labia didn't have any sort of mobility. I had this idea that when vakes go to pee, the lips would sort of open. Edit for the vocab. My vocab kinda broke here. I definitely bungled with saying vakes instead of people with vagues. Thank you to the many that informed me further of vaginal anatomy, like the Demogorgon. This one wins. That's hilarious. The world's biggest single fireworks was launched in Nagaoka, Japan. Third biggest. And of all cities, Dallas, Texas. Not talking trash about the city or anything, but it isn't exactly the quintessential America city. If someone from Europe is visiting the US for the first time, nobody tells them be sure not to miss Dallas. The city that killed JFK no less. At least he had his stay there shortened. He himself was probably shorter by the time he left.